The emissions are coming from a tertiary subspace domain, but subspace has an infinite number of domains. It's like a huge honeycomb with an infinite number of cells. We need to isolate the exact cell.
Our mushroom, Prototaxites stellaviatori, a species made up of exotic material found not only in normal space, but in a discrete subspace domain known as the mycelial network. Its fungal roots, aka mycelium, spread across the universe, fanning out into infinity to create a matrix that serves as our intergalactic freeway system.
This fragment has been part of every DNA strand on Earth since life began there, and the other fragments are just as old.
And it's hidden in the very fabric of life itself.
I became an astromycologist because of awe. Awe at the miracle of life. We would get to the veins and muscles that hold our galaxies together. And you talk about spores. They are the progenitors of panspermia. They are the building blocks of energy across the universe.
There is no secret. It is an ancient weapon design of incredible power.
A weapon? The Uridian who sold us the information claimed that the program would yield the key to an unlimited power source.
A massive energy signature coming off the central orb.
It's mycelial.
It powers their ship.
That orb is pulling power directly out of the network.
It does provide them with far more energy than I ever thought possible, enough to run their city-sized ship and power weapons that can destroy a planet.
A single omega molecule contains the same energy as a warp core. In theory, a small chain of them could sustain a civilization. The molecule was first synthesized over 100 years ago by a Starfleet physicist. I think he was hoping to develop an inexhaustible power source.
Or a weapon.
126 of the Federation's leading scientists were lost in the accident. There were subspace ruptures, extending out several light years. When Starfleet realized Omega's power, they suppressed all knowledge of it. I know how Einstein must have felt about the atom bomb, or Marcus when she developed the Genesis device. They watched helplessly as science took a destructive course. But I have the chance to prevent that from happening.
Decompression in 25 seconds.
7, let's move.
How do you travel on spores?
Imagine a microscopic web that spans the entire cosmos. An intergalactic ecosystem. An infinite number of roads leading everywhere.
Ancient texts did speak of demons of air and darkness. Legend has it that they traveled without the benefit of spaceships, merely appearing out of thin air on distant planets.
Received a hail from an Iconian scientist. He claims to have a trans-dimensional gateway that can take us anywhere in the galaxy.
What's important is how the Iconians controlled that empire.
The gateways?
Sophisticated transporters that allowed them to move instantaneously from one planet to another, from one solar system to another without the use of starships.
But your planet only has one sun.
But Alastria has 2.
40,000 light years. It's a transportation device, extremely sophisticated. It operates on the principle of folding space.
That's something that's been theorized, but no one's ever been able to develop the technology.
In order to transport matter through subspace, you have to put it in a state of quantum flux. It's very unstable.
The Federation abandoned its research in the field because the technology was found to be unreliable, as well as energy intensive.
Folded space transport.
Adaptive transport.
What if they're using interdimensional travel?
But the Elway theorem proved to be entirely inaccurate. All research was abandoned by the mid-23rd century.
We call it a spatial trajector. We were able to travel to all the planets in this quadrant.
Apparently, it's never been used to move anything as large as Voyager. But as I understand the principle of space folding, the size of the object isn't relevant.
It would appear that the theory of infinite velocity is correct. It may be possible to occupy every point in the universe simultaneously.
Then it's just a matter of navigation. If we could figure out how to come out at a specific point, this could get us home.
We could do more than that. It could change the very nature of our existence. There would be nothing beyond our reach.
Have you any idea how far we'll advance?
Perhaps in a future that you cannot yet conceive, even beyond us. I return to where we exist, the Q continuum, the limitless dimensions of the galaxy in which we exist. You are open to options you had never considered. That is the exploration that awaits you. Not mapping stars and studying nebula, but charting the unknown possibilities of existence.
Q, what is it that you're trying to tell me?
You'll find out.